Okay, I'm going to share a story. So I'm scrolling on the toilet, right? So I'm scrolling and I read this headline and it said something to the effect like, people don't realize that women, when they have C-sections, they have 5 layers of tissue cut into them. And they are expected, with just getting off a shit ton of contractions, of having whatever hormones they have from having the baby, that like 10 hours later, people expect them to get up and to go take care of these babies. That sound you hear, by the way, is a kitty. I have another one here. I have another one here. They're everywhere. Anyway, that we as humanity, we expect women to get up and do their thing. And I read this headline, and all of a sudden, on the toilet, might I add, I just break into sobs. And what I realized was, excuse me, I had deep trauma from when I had my second daughter. And so I had my 2 daughters back to back. They're about 1.5 years apart. When I had the second one, when I was 6 months pregnant with her, I found out that she had a congenital heart defect, and that they even suggested that I might have to terminate the pregnancy because they thought it was far more severe. So I went through the second half of that pregnancy with a daughter who was 1.5 years, working 2 jobs. Just found out within weeks of that news that my girl's biological father was cheating on me the whole time, and I was supporting him. It was a shit show. So I have this baby and I am in labor for 24 hours, and then they finally do the C-section. They do the C-section. They then airlift her, because she's got this congenital heart defect, to a hospital, Miami Children's Hospital, which is about 30 minutes south of us. And I have to stay in the hospital for 3 days because they just did surgery on me. And the moment that I am released, I now drive down to Miami to see her in the NICU, where she resided for about a month before I could take her home. So now I'm driving from where I live 1 hour to 1.5 hours, because Miami traffic is ridiculous, to this hospital every day, just having had surgery, having 5 layers of my body cut into, to make sure that my daughter, who is in the NICU, is okay until I could bring her home, while still raising a 1.5 years old, while still dealing with the trauma of being cheated on, and still having to deal with that at some point, because that was tabled. All of this, and just doing it. And really, and not because I'm a hero, but never really complaining, because you are in fight or flight, and I'm a fighter. Getting it done, handling my business. And just stuffed it down. And then we get her home, and we're dealing with her health, and the whole first year of her life was all about preparing her for a full open heart surgery that she had at 1 year old. And then life unfolds after that. So that trauma of that surgery and everything that went with it was buried so deep in my body. And so now I'm sitting on the toilet scrolling, and I read one headline, and it dropped me to my knees. And because I have an awareness, because I do this work, because I assist other people in doing this work, I understood what was happening, but I was so amazed at the fact that you think you put things to rest, and the simplest thing triggers it, and you don't even know where it came from half the time. So I share this story with you because, again, the circumstances of me being on the toilet were ridiculous, so I had to share. But we all are going through this, and especially with the chaos and what's going on. Oh my God, he's so cute. We stuck to my pants. With the chaos and with everything going on in the world, and I don't want to get all, metaphysical, but, with the earth expanding and the vibration raising and all these things, all of our shit is coming to the surface. And we may think it's that idiot at work, or our ungrateful kids, or our parents that, abused and neglected us. But really, those are the triggers for us to bring our stuff to the surface. So next time you're on the toilet scrolling and you're feeling an emotion, allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to explore it, and then allow yourself to release it, because that's the next layer, the next stage to our rising together. So with that said, one more. Oh, can you hear him? Oh, purring like a little motor. Thank you for listening. And Ubuntu. Hey, kitty.